Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Chef Portia and welcome to my Farmers Market Live Thanksgiving Sides Edition. So today, if you saw that picture, I have these beautiful green beans, string beans, green beans, haricot vert, different names for the same. These are actually green beans because they're not as thin as those haricot vert. So what we're going to do is we're going to be making air fried green beans with brown butter toasted breadcrumbs and those almonds. So I already started toasting some almonds, so I'm going to go ahead and, that takes a little while, but toasting almonds, I know there are a lot of recipes out there for putting them into your oven, but for me, that's the perfect way to burn them. So I forget about them every single time I burn them. So I like to put them on the stove so I can, and I don't want to leave them, don't walk away. That's, to me, is going to be the best way to get my almonds toasty and not burnt. Okay, so did that. I'm going to go ahead and prepare my pan for the green beans. Get our green beans prepared. And actually, in the same pan, I'm going to have it turned on to medium heat. I'm going to start adding my butter so we can get our butter browned as well. So the green beans, what I'm going to do is, and now this is personal preference. So this little end here, they've been washed. This little end here is perfectly fine for eating. This end you can go ahead and trim. I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. And then, but that's, if you want to trim both sides, that's fine. If you want to trim them and cut them in half, that's fine. So I'm going to do, I'm going to stack a bunch of them together like this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that part off. So, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Get them all lined up together. Cut off the other end. Just like that. Boom. There we go. And then we get rid of that. Okay, so brown butter. How do we get brown butter? First, I have my pan on about medium heat. And I'm just going to start melting it. So it's going to go through different phases. First, it's going to melt. It's going to get really foamy. That foam is going to die down and then it's going to turn brown. So how the brown butter comes from the milk solids that are in there browning. Right now we're getting, let's see, you went too high. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to take my air fryer basket and you're going to start with the pound. I'm just starting with a small amount so you can see as a little demonstration. And I'm going to do a quick spray with my cooking spray and that's going to go in at 415 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so butter is starting to brown, so you can kind of see. There we go. So we're getting that. So now you see it's really foamy. So that's the next stage in brown butter. I'm also going to add some thyme to this. So this is my fresh thyme. It grows up the stem like this. So I'm going to hold it at the top, pull straight down to strip the leaves off, just like that. All right. So fresh thyme off the stems. See, it grows up like that. Pull straight down. Okay, so the foam has died down. Next, it's going to start to turn brown. So here's where you really want to watch it pretty closely. And to that, I'm going to add the thyme. I'm going to add my breadcrumbs. And I'm going to add the almonds. And then we're going to toss that into our green beans that have already been fried. All right. So I'm just going to swirl that. I find swirling it is actually a little bit better than using my rubber spatula in here. All right, so you can see that that foam is no longer white. I can see some of those milk solids brown and toasty in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add my breadcrumbs. There we go. Turn this down just a tiny bit more. I'm gonna add the thyme. And here's where I'm gonna go ahead and toss. There we go. And so that's the water, if you hear it popping, that's the water in that fresh thyme. Now, hitting the oil, which is basically that fat from the brown butter. I'm also going to add those toasted almonds that I pulled out of the pan earlier. All right. So don't forget, you can go ahead and check my blog, chefportia.com/blog for all the recipes. So my Farmers Market Live Thanksgiving Side editions are there as well. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this, a little bit of pepper. There you go. And all of this, and these are those green beans that came out of my air fryer earlier. So this is what I like to see. You've got that green, you've got those brown, those brown bits on there for where it's been air fried. It's a little wrinkly. That's exactly what you want. Perfect. So now I'm going to toss this with my green beans. Beautiful. Turn that off. So that's going to be beautiful on your Thanksgiving table. Look at that. Lovely green beans, brown butter, fresh thyme, toasted almonds. I'm going to give this a little taste. Okay. Really good. Tiny bit more salt. That's really good. Of course, you're getting the crunch from that nutty flavor from the toasted breadcrumbs. You're getting the crunch from the almonds. That gives another layer of flavor in there. Your green beans, your fresh vegetable. So try this out. Again, I'm going to post the recipe on my blog, chefportia.com/blog. So check that out. Thanks again for following me. I'll see you guys soon.